start. 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery.
I want to be a scientist.
I want to be an innovator.
I want to be an engineer.
I want to be an inventor.
I want to be an entrepreneur.
I want to be an astrophysicist.
Touchdown. Receiver.
One assessment shows American 15-year-olds now rank 21st in science and 25th in math when compared to their peers around the world. The key to improving our health and well-being, to harnessing clean energy, to protecting our security, and succeeding in the global economy will be reaffirming and strengthening America's role as the world's engine of scientific discovery and technological innovation. And that leadership tomorrow depends on how we educate our students today. That's why education in math and science is so important.
The Center for Initiatives in Jewish Education is investing in today's students to guarantee a bright tomorrow for all of us. Today, SAJE is a premier provider of science, technology, engineering, math curricula, and enrichment programs and cutting-edge technology in schools. Every year, 140 schools, 1,500 teachers, and 30,000 students from kindergarten through high school benefit from SAJE programs nationwide. The future begins with SAJE.
Success Maker makes me and 30,000 other kids into a big success in science, reading, and math.
I'm learning reading and math with my friends Powered and Powered from Success Maker.
We have the computer lab at which children in the elementary school from grades 1 through 5 are exposed to the Success Maker software.
That allows us to focus in on the strengths and weaknesses of each child.
The program learns each child's abilities and proclivities, and then each child is working at their own independent level.
The areas of weakness that we're seeing in the classroom, we're able to reinforce and strengthen on the computer in a very engaging and exciting way for the children.
And really, SAJE is just there to continuously improve the programs and make sure that every student that's participating in it is getting the most that they can get out of it.
E2K is a fun way for me to learn math and science.
They have a story, and it's usually something ridiculous, which is what makes it fun. And they'll spend weeks figuring out, how do I build it? How do I make this work? And it's the same thing. You fail, you troubleshoot, you fix it.
They've learned to be independent thinkers, independent workers.
You still fail, you troubleshoot again, you fix it, you get some other parts, and you just keep trying until you get it, and then they get that great satisfaction when they figure out what it may be.
They learn how numbers connect, and they won't even realize that it was a whole mathematical formula that they were doing in order to solve it.
The project is to successfully remove the car if it gets stuck in an intersection from the tracks so that the train, when it's going around the tracks, doesn't hit the car.
Each year in the Gildor contest, a particular problem is set.
You get to experiment and see what works and what doesn't.
You have to adapt to it, you have to improvise.
And when something doesn't work, you learn how to make it better.
It's actually, okay, this happened, now what are we going to do about it?
If, let's say, one of us doesn't know, we'll cooperate with somebody else. We'll say, okay, fine, I don't know what it is, but maybe you could do research and find out what it is, or maybe you learn something that I didn't learn, and maybe you know how it works, as opposed to in a classroom setting where if I don't know how to do it, I have to wait for the teacher to tell me how.
The point is to have the students begin to think the way that engineers in an engineering team would work.
We are employing a turntable system.
And it will advance forward and push the car off the track.
We have a force sensor
If there is that pressure, then it'll tell the train to stop.
Bumper, which rolls the car off the tracks.
The turntable will spin and swap out the track.
We researched, we did a lot of trial and error, and we adapted, we overcame, and we improvised.
SAJE Tech is a 2-year curriculum in scientific and biomedical engineering.
It makes all of the difference in the world when children are not only learning about science, but are being scientists, are being researchers.
It's not like you're given directions and you just have to follow them. It's like, here are some wires and some buttons and some lights. What can we build? What can we do with this? No one tells you how to do it. You got to find out for yourself.
The best part is definitely working in a group. We are always discussing it over the weekend or outside of class, so it's just like a part of our lives all the time. We all have different ideas, and when we bring them all together, well, after a bunch of arguments, we tend to get like a really awesome idea.
You're independent, but with your peers, so it's not like an adult or a teacher is helping you.
We're learning all these critical thinking skills, and it also helps me in non-science classes. Like I'll be in English class and I notice that I'm able to manage my time or like write an essay of much better quality because of all these skills I learned in SAJE Tech.
I am thrilled to be able to be here and see that there is a generation of engineers, scientists, and builders.
We're very proud to be hosting the SAJE Second Annual Young Engineers Conference.
And my project this year is a pulse oximeter.
A static electricity generator.
Current cutter.
A water turbine technology.
What we have is a wind and solar hybrid charger.
We used RFID technology.
I think of what my own children, who are in their mid-20s, have been able to achieve, and I can only imagine what today's children will be able to achieve thanks to the programs we have available to us through SAJE.
This is our future.
Just imagine what the next generation can achieve.
I want to affect climate change.
I want to end hunger.
I want to find the cure for cancer.
I want to create alternative energy solutions.
I want to be a leader.
I want to be a leader.
I want to be a leader.
I want to be a leader.